Yo, what's good? Retro Talk Forum back in the building. It's Sunday. It's raining outside. My Bucks lost. I'm in a bad mood today, man. I'm in a bad mood today. But I am your boy, Black Ass African, aka BAA, and I'm gonna pass it off to my guy over here.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Hop in the building. Back with another one, and we got a special guest in the building. We're gonna pass it down to my man down on the bottom, Berto. Introduce yourself, brother. Let them know who you are and where they can find you at.
Sure. What's up? My name's Berto. I'm owner of 9 out of 10 condition here in Baltimore, Maryland. My Instagram is Berto_DSK__. Shop's page is 9_10 condition _MD for Maryland. Yeah, I mean, that's me. You can find me there. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Appreciate you coming on, bro.
Appreciate you for coming through, man. Appreciate you for coming through. This rain is like coming down like hard, bro. And like while Berto was talking, my screen had froze up. So y'all just gonna have to bear with me on this one, man. You know, we're gonna have to try to see if we can make it through this show. You know. But let's go ahead and get on into the hip hop history section of the show. So, what you got for us today?
It was a lot going on back in the day around this time. So for starters, September 13th, 1996, Tupac passed away. So
at the young age of 25, man.
Right.
You know, it's amazing all the things that he did in his short lifespan that most of us couldn't dream of doing. You know what I'm saying? Like he did all that, and I mean, he bust on the scene at what, 91, 90?
Oh, I think that, I thought it was earlier than that.
I think it was earlier than that.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, with not just, you know, solo, but with, you know, shit, Humpty Dumpty and all that shit. I mean, he was around.
Yeah, I was thinking it was like right around 1990, because he came out with his first one in 91.
But I think he was probably first featured because he was first featured on that Digital Underground song.
He was on
all around the world.
Same song. Yeah, same song. Yeah.
Stuff with them, you know, prior to even that. So I mean, yeah, he's been around. He was around for a while, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like I said, it's just kind of sad that this man that did so much in his short lifespan, you know, and that's just an amazing person. They say he was a studio junkie, so you know, shout out to him, man, and rest in peace. You know, one of the greats, man. One of the greats, definitely.
No doubt. Also, we had September 13th, 1994. What album do you think was released?
September 13th, 1994.
1994. Shout out to the chat. If you can, what album came out September 13th, 1994, chat?
I'm always getting that Google on right now.
Yeah, for real. Is that a Southern rapper or what?
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
Well, I ain't gonna give you a hint because the one I'm gonna give you is gonna give it away. But Ready to Die, Biggie, came out September 13th, 1994.
Good Lord.
And I was gonna say that was Tupac's biggest rival.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, MC Light released her second album, Eyes on This, September 12th, 1989. Busy Bone was born September 12th, 76. He's a few days older than me. Yep, but Kanye West, September 11th, 2007, and Jay-Z released his album, The Blueprint, September 11th, 2001. So yeah,
there's
a lot going on.
A lot of stuff
going on.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I didn't hear you, Berto. What'd you say, Berto?
I said definitely some history going on for the month of September back then. Yeah.
Facts.
No doubt. What you
got for us, Black, on the sneaker highlight?
Sneaker highlight is a brand that back in the day, they were one brand, and then they changed their name to another name. We know them now as Saucony, but back in the day, they were known as another name, and it was Spot Built. So these right here, I'll let the light. These are the Saucony or Spot Built Sonic, and as you can see, it's got snake skin.
Those are hard.
These are dead stock, never worn. These, you know what? You can actually still wear these, bro, because of you can see the outsole. It doesn't have that polyurethane outsole that over time it kind of like starts to crumple. The part is just right here, but
definitely the
it's still good. Oh yeah,
those are fire.
This was a 87 shoe, worn mostly by Xavier McDaniel. If you remember Xavier McDaniel for the Seattle Supersonics, he wore this shoe.
And the Knicks.
Well, when he got with the Knicks, he had his own shoe. I forgot the name of it. It started with a Z. It's some old crazy ass name, but he had his own shoe when he got with the Knicks. But he was like a Spot Built brand ambassador, and I wish they kind of would have kept, Saucony would have kept most of their basketball stuff going on, because I thought they had some dope stuff back in the day. Dope designs. I thought they did, man. Like I said, I could still wear the shoe if I wanted to, but I want to keep it dead stock. Just leave it the way it is. Yeah. So this is my sneaker highlight of the week, and I like this too. Back in the late '80s, early '90s, basketball shoes really had style for the court and the streets. You know what I'm saying? And you can play ball in this and then turn around and be on the corner with it. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like the basketball shoes of the day just made more for functionality, and these were made for both functionality and street appeal. So that is the sneaker. Say it again, Berto.
The snake skin on it is definitely fire.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. I thought it was like how you say how it's like fake snakeskin or something, but it's actually, that's quality back in 1987.
Python.
Yeah, it was like on above the toe box and actually on the logo itself.
It definitely has to have both sides. All these years looking like that.
Oh yeah. Like I said, man, what is a 33-year-old shoe, I think. So yeah, definitely a keeper. I'm glad I had got it in my collection. So let's get off this screen. Let's move on to. I already did that. Go ahead and shout out the sponsor there. Hop, right quick.
Yeah, we got Beard Jedi, Lift Heavy Clothing. You can use discount code Retro Talk. Save you a few coins. If not, you know what I mean. Support Beard Jedi and Lift Heavy Clothing.
Yeah, black business, man.
Yeah, yes, sir. The shirt. Oh man, the shirt feels so good. Feels so good.
Hey, Beard, I'm sorry I couldn't rep y'all today, man. I had to rep my team, man. But yeah, me repping, we still lost. Like I said, I'm still salty, man. But I shall digress. Let's see who in the chat right quick too, man. Let's see who in the chat right quick. Speaking of the sponsor, he's the first one in the building. Talking about some hit that like button. Hit that like button. You got 313 fuck the free world up in here. 313 Queen. 313 Retro Queen, she in the building. We got Kevin, what's going on? We got Felix 313. I was special. What's going on, brother? Glad you can make it. Let's see. Who else? We got Johnny J's. What's happening, Johnny J's? Appreciate you pulling in. We got Coffee with the Foe. Hey, Coffee got that promotion, bro. He doing big things down in Texas now.
I see. I see.
Yeah, he got that old promotion.
Mm-hmm.
He came out the house looking all spiffy, had like a little button shirt on with the tie, had the little skinnies on with the little box toes. I was like, okay then, bro. Okay then. That's the homie though, man. That's the homie though. Appreciate you coming through, man.
Yes, Chris Neely popped in there too.
Let's see who else we got in. Chris Neely, I just see it. Chris Neely, what's good, man? Classes in section. Yes, sir. Johnny James, you know about Berto, man. I seen that piece you did on him about a year and a half ago, something like that. I seen that. So yeah, we got him in the building, man. We're gonna talk to him. Hope you can stick around with us. So
yes, sir.
We already did sneaker highlight of the week. We got pickups. We're gonna let the guests go with the pickups first. So we finna put you on the screen. What you got going on over there?
Well, as you guys could probably see, I'm in my shop right now. I had to get some stuff done before I went to the house and everything, but I do have a couple pickups I have here in the shop versus taking it home with me and everything. But there's two that I could probably show off, which we were talking about it before and everything. But the biohacks, I always say, like, I always want to see the sneaker in person before I make a decision about it. And even though the pictures they were just okay to me when I seen these,
right.
When I finally got them in hand, I really, really fucked with them because, I mean, I'm all about different colors on my shoes. I'm really into colors and everything. And again, I mean, not only that, but the quality of the shoe is really good too. I mean, like, everything about it I like. So when I finally, like I said, I had it in hand, I was definitely like, this is definitely a pickup I need to make. So ended up getting them. There's nothing.
What's the best?
Like, honestly, I mean, I love the distressed out tongue. I love the quality of the shoe, the colors. I love the green part of the midsole. I mean, that added feature right there is just like really cool.
Right.
The silver check. I mean, everything they did to the shoe, I always like examine the shoe. I'm like, oh man, I wish they would have probably like put the check white or whatever. Everything about the shoe, I wouldn't do anything about it, honestly. So I really fuck with it, definitely. And then of course, had to get these. I was definitely trying to get these just for the fact I have two of the other Metacon Bear Brick shoes that Nike brought out. So I definitely wanted to get this, and of course I had to pay resale on it. Shout out to my guy for getting and raping me on him too, but I don't mind, because again, I really and I'll be honest, like I tell people all the time about like sneakers, like if it has like pony hair on it or like snake skin on it or like a different color shoe, that's pretty much like my style. That's what I fuck with a lot. So I like the fact that they put the pony hair all over the shoe, to make it look like one of the Bear Bricks and everything. Again, they didn't do anything wrong with this shoe in my opinion. I love everything about it. So those are two pickups that I've had for for this month. So yeah.
Okay then, that's dope right there, man. As far as those biohacks, you said your favorite characteristic of the shoe is what? The outsole?
Yeah,
or the midsole?
That's not my favorite. I just like the fact that they put colors all over the shoe. That's probably my favorite. One thing you know what? I won't say a favorite again, but I love the fact that they added with like distressed tongue. So like how it's like distressed on here, how they like, some of like the off whites and everything. I really like that they did that to this shoe, and also the stitching on the Nike Air right here in the front of the shoe. I really like that about that too. So
yeah, it's something totally different.
The green midsole is definitely cool, but I mean all around, I mean I just love the fact that the shoes all kinds of different colors. You know what I mean? And we were talking about earlier. I like the brown part back here, and I can't wait for the Mocha ones to drop too, because again that shoe looks like it's really good quality.
Right.
So, but yeah, I mean I like the shoe all around, everything that they did with it. I mean even the added like pink laces to it. I mean the second pair of laces that you get with these, you could change them into the pink, and I think that's gonna bring them out.
Right.
Because, interior, you know what I'm saying? So again, I don't see they didn't do anything wrong with it. So
yeah, the inner lining.
definitely fuck with it.
Yeah, it's definitely a dope shoe in hand. I kind
That's
of
dope.
underestimated it myself, but it's
Again,
a
it's hard to like nowadays with like filters when they take these pictures for like for you to see them with these filters. You don't know if that's like the real quality of the shoe or more times than not. So
Right.
definitely
Right.
get something in hand to make a good decision.
yeah.
Shout out to Ghost Rice Goat 80 in the chat. Appreciate you, bro. GTC Reels was good, brother. How you doing out there on the West Coast? You and Rice Goat. Hop, you have any pickups today, sir?
Well, I picked up the biohacks myself. You know what I mean, but of course everybody's seen them. So, yeah, that's about it.
It's tomato, same thing.
Definitely took over, for this last week. Biohacks definitely took over everyone's timeline.
Right.
It's a dope shoe.
It did, man. It did.
I think it's a dope shoe to photograph. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind shooting it. You know what I mean? Try to bring them colors out. But the materials, the quality on it's pretty good. I like the colors. The colors pop on there also. But for me, dunks just fit my feet better than ones. There's something about that, right there at the forefoot. It's just a little too snug for me.
You like the fat tongue or the thin tongue?
Yeah, I could do both of them. Because I got the Valtex and the plums, and those are just the regular SBs. I mean, just the regular dunks, not SBs. So they got the thin tongue. But I could do either one. The fat tongue is a little more comfortable, a little more plush.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. We say a little bit more comfort, right?
Just a little bit. Getting old, and he's getting old in my.
I was gonna say I'm
up there.
40 years old, and comfort is definitely the determining factor. So for most shoes that I wear.
Yes,
that's the new norm right now. Is comfort, especially when we get to that age.
I mean, trust me. I don't feel 40, and I don't look 40, but my feet, my legs, they 40.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what 313 said about biohacks.
That produce these in large number. Yeah. They definitely. Yeah. I feel like they made a lot of pairs because again, I think everyone got them. I mean, definitely took over on this last few weeks since they've been released and everything. So every time I looked on Instagram down the feed, there's definitely biohack, something else, biohack. So she's definitely not wrong about that.
Didn't they have like a restock on those too? I thought I saw a restock somewhere.
I mean, I'm sure
JD Sports and Finish Line had one.
A restock?
That's what it was. Yeah, that's
JD
what
Sports.
It was. I know I saw somebody.
I know around here there was there would be a restock, but I know that there was a couple stores that they released them, and people I heard a story about people getting their winning their raffles, but then they couldn't pick up because the store was closed due to, I guess, someone catching COVID or whatever. And then I think it was today that one store that had it reopened and people were able to go get them. So I'm not sure if people think that's kind of like a restock or whatever or what, but situations probably happen all over the place and everything. One of my guys was like, went to go get a shoe, and he gets there, the gates closed, and they're like, sorry, we're closed. Like, he's like, but I won the raffle. And he's like, are you gonna? Who am I gonna get it? Am I gonna miss out? They're like, no, you'll get it. We just can't open the store. You gotta wait. We'll send you an email, blah blah blah, saying you come pick it up later. He's like, nah, you better have my shoe.
Shit. What do you say? Better Foot Locker better have my damn shoes.
There you go.
Like well, it was who that was.
Check with him. He actually went and picked it up today.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they had to do that down there in Mobile where I think somebody in one of the stores down there had caught COVID. This was a couple months ago, and they had to shut down for a minute because they had to clean the store and stuff. But yeah, I think they did the same thing. Had to let them know when they opened back up.
I used to work for Finish Line, I was talking to one of my homeboys that is a DM still there, and to me it's like what they did was a very good idea. So they have like a A team and a B team, so they never have to close. Like if the A team is they could only work together, and then the B team they could only work together. So like if somebody catches COVID like on the A team, everybody can't work and they bring in the B team only. So the stores never close. And I thought that was a really good idea on their part.
Yeah, that's a good idea right there. Yeah.
They've been bought out by JD Sports now. So I mean I'm sure that has, you know, a lot of good ideas coming from that company. But I just found out about that and that's pretty cool, you know, just to keep it rolling at
Right,
least.
yeah, it is, man. See where Coffee say he got the 2.0s of the Iverson question OG meets OG. What you think about that collab? Or have you seen it?
Which one? I didn't hear you.
It's the Reebok question Iverson OG meets OG 2.0.
Yeah, they just released that again. Yeah, that was cool. I like Iversons. I ain't gonna lie. I like Iversons.
Right, I do too, man. I think that one there for me. Once again, it has a lot of colors. It's got a lot going on because it's mostly it's like a silver shimmery type colorway to it, and then it has like a lot of colors accent it. So I mean, it's one of those shoes you have to. I guess you got to have it in hand. But when I saw that 1.0 and I saw the leather, I was like, man, they knocked it out the park on that one, on everything.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I remember a few weeks ago when they retroed the Barkley, the CB94, purple and black joint. People went crazy over here. I thought that was gonna be a sleeper, honestly. You know, I thought people were gonna just sleep on it. It sold out and people were going crazy for them. They really wanted them. I had people like calling my shop, "Hey, do you have this? Do you have this?" And I was like, "Damn, you want it?" I was happy. I was like, "That's awesome that you guys want this shoe because it's an awesome shoe." But I was very surprised that people did not sleep on it. You know, so that's one of the Barkley. One of my favorite.
That was more one of like a limited type shoe, wasn't it? Because it didn't really have like no hype around it or nothing like that.
Definitely didn't release a lot of pairs because I mean the stores that I did talk to, they had if that maybe 12 pairs, you know. So it was limited. Yep. But I'm liking that they're bringing back, you know, some of the old flavors again, you know. So
yeah.
They're supposed to be bringing back the Air Raids again, the black and gray Air Raids.
I need those.
And another one, I mean, they've been talking about it forever, and I think finally, hopefully, they're gonna do it. Is the Silver Dunkins? They're supposed to re-release those again. They were supposed to do it like I think it was All-Star Game weekend, but of course, you know, I mean, the beginning of this year, but with COVID and everything, I don't know if they've but I heard rumors that they're still releasing. I don't know when, but we'll see. Everybody goes crazy for that shoe. I don't think there's been a time that I've had that shoe in my store that has lasted more than 15 minutes. You know, when Silver Dunkin', everybody wants them. Yeah.
Damn. What up, though? J. Jeff was good, man. Yeah. So let me go ahead and get into mine since you already did yours. Hop said he got the biohacks. We seen them and all that. So let me go ahead and show my stuff right quick. Since we was talking about the Irisons, I finally got mine in. I got a quick rant again. It's like the second week in a row I got a rant. So the release date on these was August 21st on a Friday. 9 o'clock was the time. And went through Dick's Sporting Goods to try to get this shoe. It was like I went in, no problem, 153 out the door. Good. But here it is. I'm sitting here waiting because they telling me that my shoe is going to be delivered to my house on the 26th, which was a Wednesday. 26 came and gone, and here it is. I'm like, bruh, where my shoes at? So I called Dick's, and they was like, well, it's actually a pre-sale for a pre-order. How you do a pre-order on a release date? And you a reputable, chain. How you do this shit? So I said, well, okay, well, I'm gonna chill and see what happens. Another week went by, and I was like, man, bump this. I'm finna call them, get my money back. and I went the eBay route and got my shoes, and they came in. What's the day? They came in Thursday, and I'm satisfied with them. But you want to know the funny part about this whole story?
Go ahead.
Dick's Sporting still sent me this shoe, so it's in transit right now, and I didn't even pay for it.
So you better double check because they'll charge you.
Right.
I've been looking at my account every day, and I haven't seen nothing yet. You know what I mean? So, I said once I get it in, I was gonna give it to my son. I said once I get it in, I was gonna give it to my youngest son. So this is one pickup I got. Like I said, that was a rant that I had with Dick's Sporting Goods. And for the record, I am not shopping at Dick's Sporting Goods no more. No more. Can't do it. My second one is these right here. Plain Jane. But the leather on these, bro, I mean, plush. I ain't gonna say no shadow backboard because we're all past that right now, you know what I'm saying? But this is some good quality leather for, just a regular basic inline shoe. And I paid $20 for this shoe at Foot Action locally. And the comfort is there. I mean, the comfort, the leather is good, quality is straight, craftsmanship is good on this shoe. And I just wanted to do something totally different from just buying Nikes all the time or Jordans all the time. And when I saw this, I said I had to have it. Plus, it's got a gum bottom. You can't go wrong with a gum bottom. You know what I'm saying? So, those are my pickups for this week. Shout out to Handsome V in the building. Week 1 winner of Who Has the Heat last night. I also appreciate you rocking the Retro Talk Forum shirt last night, man. Appreciate you. Yes, good sir. Luck to you in the next round. You handled your business last night. Man. All right, so
close though. Came close.
Yeah, it was a nail biter. But he was like Golden State. He was like Golden State in the third quarter, man. That third round. Once he got that third round, it started turning around for him. So
yeah.
Let's see. So let's go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes of the show. We got our special guest in tonight, Mr. Berto from 10condition up in Maryland. He has his own sneaker boutique. So first of all, you want to start a question right quick, or you want me to go ahead and start?
Well, I was gonna say how we met Berto. We went to SneakerCon DC, and so as soon as we got up there, hooked up with OG and OG Sneakers. Shout out to OG Sneakers. You know what I mean? Talking kicks, but went up there to him. Then we went to Berto's shop. That's like the first place we went, Berto's shop. And I'm telling you, man, when we walking in, I was like, man, really? I just saw all the stuff in the front windows, and I was like, man, already I'm impressed. You know what I mean? Because it's a place where you can find hidden gems. I tell you like that.
Well, definitely appreciate
that.
And
oh yeah, that's a fact. I mean, just walking in, I was like, man, this is dope right here. And then when you actually walk in, and you see what you got. You got a mixture of everything. You got everything. You got something for the hype beast. You got something for the OG collectors. You got something for the vintage collectors. I mean, it's just a well-rounded shop. And I was in awe. You know what I mean? Walking in there. So I just wanted to say that. You know what I mean? And definitely got a dope shop.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Sure. I love that you just said that because that was one of my main goals is to have a shop there's something for everybody. You know what I mean? So thank you. Appreciate you.
Oh, that's the truth. That's my observation of your shop when we walked in, and just sitting in there chopping it up and just hanging out. It was just a good vibe, a good feeling. You know what I mean? And I loved it, man. So shout out to you in the shop, bro. You gotta, it's a welcoming. You feel welcome in there. You know what I mean? You just feel welcome in there. Just looking at everything.
it's almost like a I guess you'll say like a chill spot. You know what I'm saying? You can come in there and like chill. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Even
tell
if
people all the time, like I mean, you can come here and just chill. You don't have to buy something.
right,
Talk about whatever you want up in here. You know, there's places to sit. There's people to talk to. We good.
yeah, that was a fact though, man. I felt at home when we was up there though, for real. When we walked in, you know, the first thing caught my eye was your vintage spot. You know, that's all me there. So I was like, yeah, I know I can leave out of here with something. You know what I'm saying? I can leave out of here with something, man. He was like, nah, that ain't for sale. But yeah, man, that is. And to me, when you told me the reason why you did that, I get it. That's a draw to draw them in. You know what I'm saying? And once they get in, it's like, oh, you know, it's like so much stuff to look at, so much stuff to choose from, and it's all up to you and what you want to get. And man, I commend you on the dope stove, bro, on everything.
When I first found this place, this location at least, because of course we were somewhere else before we moved here. But when I found this place, the 2-bay windows was like everything to me. It was like the feel of an old school mom and pop sneaker shop, and I was like, I didn't even see the inside of the store yet. I was outside with
Right.
the one the building, and I'm like, this is it. You know, as soon as I seen those 2-bay windows, and then we walked in, and I seen everything else, I'm like, oh yeah, let me sign. I'm ready to sign.
So
I added like
yeah,
plan how exactly I was gonna like decorate the windows, and you know, it was it for me. Love at first sight, basically.
so
Yeah.
so going into that, how did you first? Is this your first shop, or this is your first location,
So
or how
no,
did you get started in this whole?
as far as
I was saying, how did you get started in the whole boutique?
so we actually opened back in 2016. We opened in a very tiny spot in Towson, Maryland. It was like backdoor type shit. Like the only reason you knew about the place is someone told you, social media. You
Mhm.
know, you couldn't see it from the street. So like we had a little like an alleyway, like a corridor you have to walk through to get to the back of the building where the shop was. But again, it wasn't very big. It was it was one room that was like maybe 10 by 10, and then you walk to the other side of another room, another 10 by 10 spot. It was just super tiny. And like I said, we opened up in May of 2016, and by I want to say October, November, we ran out of space. It was
Mm.
I mean, I was, of course, me opening up a boutique for the first time, I was scared to death. I did it all by myself. I was supposed
Mhm.
to be a homeboy, but he backed out at last minute, so I did it all by myself. But I quit my job to do it. I was scared as shit. But it worked out, you know, thank God. But in those few months that I was open, it boomed. You know, it was very successful. So I ended up finding another location that was bigger in Pigtown. It was Baltimore, but the little area is called Pigtown, and
Mhm.
it's Boulevard. And we moved there. Um, and again, I mean, very successful. A lot of people fucked with us. I mean, it was a great atmosphere. But again, in I want to say 6 more months, just ran out of room again. So after that, had to find a bigger spot, which ended up being here where our location is right now in Fed Hill in Baltimore. This spot is way bigger. The sales floor is way bigger. The back room is way bigger. The stock room for the first spot was it was ridiculous. It was probably like, and I'm not even exaggerating, it's probably like the same size of what you could see in this camera right now.
Damn.
Oh,
It was a struggle of keeping all the shoe boxes like and getting to them when people bought shoes. Is ridiculous.
Right.
The second location, the stock room, was probably the size of one of the rooms that was in our first location. It just never was there. But I was like, I was counting my pennies, and rent was pretty cheap. Well, it wasn't cheap, but it was cheap enough.
Mhm.
Um, I was like, okay, I could make this work. I could make this work. And again, when we got to this location, big stock room, big sales floor, 2 big bay windows. I mean, it just all fell into places. Like, this is the location we should have been at to begin with, but of course, couldn't, you know. But I count my blessings, and I just love coming here every day. It's not even work to me, you know what I mean? I tell people all the time when they ask, like, you know, what do you do for a living and what do you have? I mean, is it work? And to me, it's not work, because I mean, I love it. You know, I come in every day, and I love the fact that I meet new people every day. I love the fact, like, same people every day. It's just, you know, something different every day, and I love it. And of course, you know, I mean, who wouldn't love being around sneakers all day? You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you. I want to go back before you open up the boutique, and you know what brought you to opening up the boutique, and when did you realize that's what you wanted to do, and what started your love for sneakers?
Well, I mean, I had to love sneakers forever. I mean, as far as I remember. I mean, back in, you know, when I was just a little kid and everything. But I think the love of being able to, like, get my own sneakers started with not my first job, but when I started working for Finish Line. That was back in I want to say 1999. Yeah, 1999. I was working for Finish Line. I was living in Chicago, actually. So I was born and raised in Chicago.
Okay.
In 99, I started working for Finish Line, and very quickly became a store manager. And and then from 99 to, what was it? My dates are all, you know, jacked, but from 99 to 2006, I was working for Finish Line in Chicago, and then I left Chicago and I quit Finish Line to, like, you know, go around, and I moved around a lot because of my ex. She was in the military and everything. But
Okay.
we eventually I ended up moving to Maryland in 2011, and in 2011 I started to work back for Finish Line again. So in 2011, from 2011 to 2016, again I became a store manager right away, and then I became an area manager, and then I was training to become a district sales manager. But I just didn't like doing it anymore. I loved what I did. I just didn't like who I was doing it for anymore. I mean, the company, Finish Line, again, it was a good company to work for, but when you get to the corporate level, it's just a lot of just bullshit. You know what I mean? And I know now, like, everything happens for a reason, because, like, the people that were, so to speak, like, getting on my nerves and not running the company correctly to make me want to leave that company, they're no longer with the company. They've quit, they've been fired. So I knew I made a right decision, because that were screwing that company up at the time, they're no longer there anymore. It's just ridiculous. But again, everything happens for a reason. One of the people I used to work for left that company prior to me leaving. And I say it all the time. If that person was still working for Finish Line at the time that I was about to quit, I probably would have quit, because that was one person I liked working for. But everything happens for a reason. And when that person left, I was like, you know what, it's my turn. So, like, I created a plan. I told myself, you know, I want to open up my own store, open up my own boutique. And I started, you know, I talked to a friend of mine, and we were supposed to, like I said, we're going to do it together. Long story short, you know, I just ended up doing it by myself. But my plan was to go ahead and start buying shoes little by little. Anything I could get a deal on, anything that I get from, like, you know, Craigslist or sneaker shows, or anything I get on my discount, just anything. I told myself, as soon as I reach 200 pairs of shoes, I'll open up a shop. So little by little, it took me almost a year, you know, but it took me almost a year to get those 200 pairs of shoes. Once I had those 200 pairs of shoes, I'm like, all right, well, it's time. What's the next step, you know? So I started getting all my shit together, you know, to get when I first opened up the shop, I put it as a sole proprietor, and to change it to a LLC. But again, it's the little things you don't know about and everything when you're starting to, you know, get all information about opening up your own business. when I started getting all the information ready to find a place, like a location, I found a place that was in what was the city? It was a little city called out of next to Towson. I always forget the name of it, but when I went to go look at the location, I get there early. Now I'm always early. I'm early to everything. I'm never late. I as late to something is just horrible. I'm always early. But I get to the spot early, and I'm waiting for the landlord to get there, and I'm looking around, and there's a fucking horse and buggy. Like I didn't know the area, you know, it was Amish country. I just found that I seen pictures of the place. I seen the rent wasn't that expensive. I say, I never been around here. Let me see what it is. Well, I get there. Like I said, there's a horse and buggy, Amish people. I'm like, this ain't going to do. This ain't going to work. So I called the guy, called the landlord, and I'm like, listen, I don't want to waste your time. I'm here. I'm early. He's like, oh, no, I'm almost there. I'm like, no, you don't understand. This is not for me. This is not going to be a good location for what I have in mind. And he's like, well, what kind of store you're trying to open? And I told him, he's like, well, I have another location here in Towson. I'm like, all right, well, send me an address. I'll meet you there. And as soon as I get there, I'm like, you know what? This is kind of cool. And I'm talking about that little tiny location. And the reason why I like this so much is because, I mean, it was like, again, it was hidden. It was in the cut. Like, it was going to be, in my mind, like something like, it's going to be hidden, but when people find out about it, it's going to be fucking fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what? I could deal with this. And I was living like near Towson at the time. I'm like, you know, just a hop, skip, and jump from where I would live. I'm like, you know what? This is it. And mind you, at the time, you know, I was a store manager trainer for Finish Line in Columbia. No, I'm sorry. I was in Towson now. I'm sorry. At this time, I was in Towson. So I'm like, I'm right there anyway. So I'm like, it makes sense. I'm like, I'm living in Towson. I know the people in the mall in Towson as far as like all the sneaker stores and everything. And the shop will be right here. It's perfect. So I give my 2 weeks notice. And again, no fight, you know. So I'm like, but I gave my 2 weeks notice just so I don't burn no bridges, just in case the shit didn't work out.
Facts.
And we opened up on May 29th, 2016. Now, when I keep saying we, but I did it all by myself. I opened up by myself. I worked every day by myself, except for Mondays. I took Mondays off. And the reason why I took Mondays off, I just feel like you just need that one day. You need that one self, you know. A lot of people don't like agree with me on that. Everybody's like, oh, you should be open every day. You should grind 100% every day. You should be open every day. You know, grind. And I'm with that. If you want to do that, that's fine. But I don't want to burn myself out. I mean, you know,
right.
So that's why, you know, I take that one day. And plus, you know, Mondays are pretty slow in retail business anyway, everywhere. So just for you to be able to take that one day is, you know, is a good thing. But we opened up. I mean, I opened up and everything. And again, just from that first day, which was crazy to me, is even though like no one knew about it, like I put it on social media, on Instagram. I went passed out little cards everywhere, let people know that a store is coming up. And my friends were doing it for me, passing it out to people. Friends that were in sneaker stores, they were giving it to people. That first day was fucking booming. Like a lot of people came and showed some love, and I was so surprised. You know, I was thinking, oh yeah, the whole week will be a good week. No, that first day was really good. You know, and that's like what got me thinking. I'm like, this is gonna be good. I'm not gonna have to go back to Finish Line.
So long, suckers.
Go back, yes. But no, but like from like I said, from that first location to the second location to this location now, I mean, it's been nothing but a blessing, and every day I thank God for everything that's happened, you know. And I don't think I know I wouldn't change a thing in the world from the way I did I did every step to, you know, open up a shop. So
right. I got a question.
Yeah.
So from the present store now to the first store, was it the same as far as like you're saying, having vintage pieces, current pieces, hype releases, stuff like that? Was it like that back then as opposed to now?
So, like I said, the first location we had, it was like two separate rooms. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so first come into the door, um, there's a little 10 by 10 room, which was where the register was. And then that side of the room is where I had all the clothes and accessories and stuff. So we had vintage clothes in there, sports clothes, and then we had hype clothes. You know what I mean? And then we had little knickknacks, little accessories. It was decorated. There was a brick, not a brick wall, but it was like a wallpaper, and
Mm-hmm.
like a brick wall. And that's where I had everything like decorated for like with all the Jordan stuff and everything. But again, that when you first walked in, it was kind of like kind of what I did to the windows on the walls, and then it was apparel and accessories in that one room. Then
Right.
you walk down this little tiny like a hallway kind of thing to the back room, which they had all the shoes. So like one part of the section was shoes, and the front part was like the clothes, accessories, kind of like the vintage feel to it. So yeah,
Yeah.
I always had that thing. Like I said, I wanted to have a shop that had something for everyone. You
Mm-hmm.
know. So again, when you go into the first location, when you walked in, it was clothes and accessories, and then there was some shoes on display. Of course, there was some stuff you couldn't buy, just like over here, like for display purposes only.
Yeah, I know
And
that for a fact.
where it had all and everything. Yeah.
Okay. So how do you source out the stuff that you get in your store now? I mean, what means do you go through to get like certain things in your store?
So I want to say like about 90% of it comes from the public since we
Mm-hmm.
buy 90% of the inventory that comes into the store is from our customers. The other 10% is sourced. Of course you still got your plugs. They're not as good as they used to be, of course, because everybody's a reseller now. Um,
Mm-hmm.
they'll just sell it themselves now. But you still got those, diehard people that know that I'm gonna look out for them and they look out for me. It's hard these days to create that kind of relationship that you created with people a long time ago. I mean, how it used to be. Let me just say, like the
Yeah.
game's changed when it comes to like, hey, you look out for me, I'm gonna look out for you. People knew what that meant. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like that at all. Like, I could tell like a store manager from a Foot Locker somewhere back in the day, hey, listen, I want to get these shoes. I'm gonna give you a little bit something, and I'm also gonna buy your staff lunch every day for the week. You know what I mean? Whatever or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like create those
Mm-hmm.
relationships with them that you're gonna take care of them, and also, when you come to my shop, I got you too. You know what I'm saying? I've
Right.
far as like with build relationships with certain store managers that I would give them something low, or I'll even give them a free sneaker sometimes, or I'm certain store managers I will buy them a sneaker, like a release that's coming up. I'm like I'll buy yours. Let me get these two, whatever. And I know people are probably like Ugh, I can't believe you saying all that stuff, but you know what I mean. I
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows the game when it comes to reselling, and this is a business, so but
Fact.
I had those relationships with certain stores, but again, with raffles, the way companies do things now, it got harder and harder to do those things. So now, like I said, 90% comes from the public that comes in here and sells to me, and the other 10% still comes from like stores that are able to look out, or of course, getting it myself online. And I have friends of mine that still look out, getting stuff online, and and I break them off a little something too, because everybody that knows me knows I'm gonna go ahead and like look out for them. You know what I'm saying? Like they
Mm-hmm.
if
Right.
that type of relationship with me, that they're looking out for me and being able to give my customers something that they want, they know that I'm gonna look out for them too. So like, yeah, that's where that 10% comes from. The
I
relationship
know.
keep, for the past few years.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You finna say something? Hot?
No. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. I know as far as when you saying, like looking out for people, like when I walked in your store for the first time, you didn't know me from a can of paint, but I was sitting there, saying, "Hey man, is that for sale? Is that for sale? Is that for sale?" And then I started, talking to you, and just the fact that you gifted me, that transformer. I was like, okay, I got the transformer, and plus I had the kicks on to actually match that transformer.
I knew right then and there it was going to a good home. So
did it help that I said that I had the actual 84 Megatron, like the first gen Megatron?
it definitely helped, you know what I'm saying? But like even the conversation we were having that day, vibes I got from you, I knew you were a collector. I knew you. It wasn't no faking with you. You know what I'm saying? So like for me to give you a personal piece of my of the shop of my personal collection, I had no problem whatsoever doing it because I knew it was going to a good home. And again,
And I wasn't
the first day I ever met you in my life. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
we never, talked on social media or nothing like that. I mean, that day was the first day I met you, and I knew, I already knew, so I had no problem doing it at all.
And see, that's what I was getting at. That's what I was getting at. Hold on for a minute. That's what I was getting at. Just to show people, or just to, let people know how, like I said, my first time in the store, and the fact that you gifted me something like that, man, that just shows, your character. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like that person is genuine, and you're genuine, you're gonna do something that, and I appreciate that, man. I really, because like I said, that was totally, I ain't think I was gonna get nothing like that. So like I said, I appreciate that though, man.
Oh, no
Appreciate that.
Like I said, I had no problem doing it because I knew exactly it was going to a good home. I mean, I'll be honest, I do that a lot, and it's funny. Like I have these conversations with friends of mine. I have these conversations with a lot of different people, and they're like, "Why don't you show the things you do on social media? Like the stuff you give away and all this." I'm like, that's just not me. I'm doing it because it's coming from the heart. I'm doing it because I want to. I'm not doing it for like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how many times that we've given away shoes to kids that need it and all that stuff. And I mean, there's a lot of things that our shop does that people don't know about, and I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? Because again, we're not doing it for the clout. We're doing it because people deserve it. People need it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and, that's the good thing. You know what I mean? You're not out there trying to show it off. You know what you do. Not everything is meant to be shown. You know what I mean? So
I believe heavily in good karma. So I'm gonna get the karma out, and I'll get it in when it chooses to come back to me. So that's it.
Right. But no, I was gonna say, Berto, I ride Black's coattail all the time. You know what I mean? He's a sneaker historian. I'm just here for moral support.
Nah, hey, look, Berto, don't let that man fool you. He the champ right now.
Man, I ain't nobody right there. I ain't nobody, bro.
He got a belt to prove it. But yeah,
now I was gonna ask, when did you really realize? Because how did you start off? You say you started off with the vintage stuff and the new stuff also. So
in the shop,
yeah. Well, you said you had your vintage, you had your clothing up front, and then when you walked into the next room, you had the shoes, the kicks. So, like, also, how did you acquire your clothing for the shop also? Because I know you said you was doing it with the shoes. That's mainly your customers. Yeah. So, was you out? What was the best way to go out and find vintage stuff?
Thrifting. I would go to thrift stores every freaking morning, and you have to get there early. You ain't getting shit. So at least you ain't getting anything good. You know what I mean? So yeah, I was out there thrifting too. I was not only like buying the shoes, and this is funny. Like I always like I said at the time I was still working for Finish Line. You know what I mean? A store manager, by the way, a store manager trainer, by the way. So that means that I'm working close to like 60 hours a week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I ran a Foot Locker for 15, 16 years.
So on an app on non-peak times, maybe I'm working a minimum, which they make you a minimum of 44 hours.
Oh yeah.
And peak 60 or maybe even more. So that whole year, a little over a year, maybe like close to a year, that I was getting ready to open up a shop. I mean, not only was I working those 60 hours a week, I was working more because I was out doing things, beating up with people for sneakers, going thrifting every morning before work. It was just, I burned myself out. I let I let some of my friends and relationships take a back burner because I had a goal of doing something.
Mm-hmm.
I lost friends. I lost a girlfriend. I mean, it's just like everything came second to my goal of getting the hell out of finish line and opening up a store.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, when you say like with stuff in the front, I mean, yeah, I had to source all that shit myself. Be honest with you, like the shoes and the clothes, and that's how I did it.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
You got any vintage pieces you can show the people right quick?
You know what? How about I show them the window? I think they'll like the window.
All right, let's do that right quick.
Yeah, let's see if I could. Let me see. Can I switch this thing?
Yeah, you should be able to flip it around.
I can do that. Doesn't have a.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to do it on the phone.
So let's see if people can see this. Like, let me go out here actually. So hopefully people can see. Like, this is one side of the window. Like, it has like Tommy Hilfiger, Ralph Polo, stuff here. Some wrestling figures, cards, and everything. Some albums.
Woo wear.
Yeah. So like,
they don't know about that woo wear.
Like, and then the Jordan pieces. You know what I mean? Like all these magazines and baseball cards, posters, Jordan, little
number 12
jersey.
Yeah.
Like all these like what's called those commemorative plates. It's kind of like those commemorative plates. I got that, for the shop when I first opened up in Towson, because I got that on Craigslist, and the guy had it up there for all those plates. I remember specifically. He wanted $150 for all of them, and I talked him down to $60. So I got all those plates for $60. And the reason why I talked him down, because he's missing one of the red plates. So I'm like, you don't got the whole collection, man. I can't do it.
Exactly.
And then this side, so how we have this set up, usually you'll see like we have our like VCR right here with the TV tube. This is usually playing like some of like the like old VHS tapes, movies and stuff. When the store is open, it has a little some sneakers, Jordan, got some MJ LA Gears. I don't know if people remember those or not.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
You know what I'm saying? Remember those? I think. So and then like got a little Jordan pops. We got OGs right here. We got the OG 10s, 11, 12s, and 13s. We got some 80.
Them Obsidians. Go back to them Obsidians. Go back to them
Obsidians right there.
OG. Ooh, them things clean.
Those are dead stock. Yeah, I don't know if can you see it. Yeah, those are. So all. Let me see.
Hey, what size they is?
That's the only one that's dead stock, and then the other ones are all worn and stuff. But then over here we got a kids original Bulls out jersey and shorts, and then we got some 85s right there. We got some shoes signed by Tinker Hatfield. That was something that when I was working for Finish Line, we had a national managers meeting, and special guest, because our national manager meeting was at Nike. No, this year, the first year was at Nike. This other one was in Indianapolis. But they always had guest speakers, for every day, for every it was like a Nike night, an Adidas night, a Reebok night.
Right.
Nike night, the guest speaker, the surprise guest speaker, no one knew who it was going to be, ended up being Tinker Hatfield.
Wow.
And Tinker signed whatever shoes you had on your feet. So I had my DB9s on my feet, and as a matter of fact, I undestocked my DB9s that night for a Nike night, and he ended up signing them. And then my homeboy had his retro 2s on, and of course, people know, Tinker didn't make the 2, but it's what he had on his feet. So he ended up signing those for him. And one time we were at a sneaker con, my homeboy's like, yo, I can't wear my shoes no more. That's my favorite shoe. So he's like, look for some retro 2s for me here. And if you find them, buy them for me. I'll give you the signed Tinker pair. And I did. I found some retro 2s that were like near dead stock for $125.
Wow.
Bought them, and he gave me his signed Tinker shoe for it.
That's love right there.
Wow. Yeah,
That's love
bro.
right there.
Got all those right there. Are all OG baby shoes in that little section. I mean, that little place. I don't know if you can see it really good, but all of
Yeah,
them
we
are
see it.
OG.
Retro cards down there.
Yeah, retro cards, and then those are OGs. OG9 baby shoes. Those are 94s.
I was gonna say I could tell by the box.
Yeah, those are 94s. Chicago's and Breads, and then up there, if you can see that, those are OG 6s, and those are actually signed by Michael Jordan with the letter of authenticity, all that stuff. That I got as a birthday present to myself from OG Archive.
Okay.
Yeah, so like one day he had that on his page, and I ended up scooping it up. But yeah, it's signed on the toe box by Michael Jordan, and it's all, as you can see, it's all crumbling and
yeah.
but it's cool. And then another one, if you see all the rings up there on top of the box, can you see it?
Yeah.
So all those are those are five of the 6 championship rings. One of my customers brought that in when we had the shop on Washington Boulevard. He brought them in, and he's like, yo, I know this is something you would want it for display and everything like that. And he just gifted those to me. Like,
wow.
It was crazy. So they're always going to be here. And I thank him every time I see him.
Man.
Out here, some like Space Jam stuff in the front. All those still have all the candy gums in it.
I was gonna say, is that candy? That looks like chocolate right there.
No, it's gumballs. They're gumballs in there, but all of them are brand new still. I wouldn't recommend eating them. You know what I'm saying? they definitely are from 1996. You know what I'm saying? All the Space Jam VHSs, Jordan, and then of course you can't go wrong with
the secret stuff.
The secret stuff, sir. Yes, sir. And over here in the front, we got lockers, those old school Bulls lockers. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's a nice little,
No, you got it hooked up, bro.
Could, like,
yeah, that's dope right there, man. That is very dope.
You know what those are, right?
The Air Bacons, ain't it?
Nope.
Hold on. What? What's those, Black? I told you I'd be riding his coattail. What you got, Black?
I can't remember the name. Does it start with an L?
Air Grails.
Grails. Okay.
They're the other shoe that Nike
recalled, right?
Recalled because of the back tab.
That they had the air written in like that Arab script.
Yeah, it seems like people thought that it said Allah.
Allah, yeah. That's the reason why they did the original Air Bacons like that. And now you just see like the Nike symbol on the back of them now. So yeah, that's the reason why they recall them.
Yes, sir.
Nike got some stuff that they recalled, in they lineage. I got a couple of pieces that they actually they recall. But so over time, you just started getting stuff like that from just people gifting you stuff, or you thrifting.
A lot of stuff in there is like from my especially like all the magazines and posters and all that stuff. It was my personal stuff. There definitely is some pieces in there that friends have gifted and or customers that became friends gifted stuff like so. Definitely a big collection. Now there's been a lot of stuff that's been in there that I took away already because of the fact that make it look more a little like opened up and not too cluttered. But definitely a lot more pieces that were in there. Probably like when you guys were here and everything, it was a little more cluttered. You know what I mean? But I just like wanted to open it up a little bit.
What's the I guess what was like that piece that you had that you never thought you would have in your at your store that's vintage wise?
Wow.
I'm all about vintage, so
I'll be honest with you, like there's things in here like that I thought would never come in, you know what I mean? Like so like I remember going to like one of my someone I met on Instagram. He was a reseller. I ended up going to his house to do a buyout. And He had sneakers, he had clothes, he had all kinds of shit. You know, he still has his Instagram page and he sells a lot. You know, he's a really cool dude. But I went to his house to do a buyout. Well, anyways, in one of his rooms, he had one of the Wings poster. You know, with
Mhm.
Jordan, you know, with his hands out. You know what I'm saying? He
Mhm.
had the poster, and he didn't want to sell it. He was a thrifter. He got it from a thrift store, and he tells me this. He got it from a thrift store in the frame for $10.
Wow.
I've always wanted that poster. Always. I never got it. I never had it as a kid. I always wanted it. And you know, I remember going to my dentist in Chicago many times when I was a kid, and that was the one thing that was in his office, like in the waiting room. And I'm like,
Mhm.
I fucking want that thing, you know. Never got a chance to get it. Well, anyway, so I go to his house and I'm like, yo, sell it to me. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna sell it one day. I'm just not gonna be today. I'm like,
Mhm.
just sell it to me. I was like, I'll pay the high. I want it. And he's like, no, I don't think I will. And I'm like, all right, cool. That was like a few years ago. That was, like I said, it was like back when I was at the shop on Washington Boulevard. So a week, maybe no, 2 weeks before we were gonna leave Washington Boulevard to come here, some guy's like this guy comes in. He's like, hey, I got this poster. I'm moving right now, and I got this poster in the house of Michael Jordan, and I just want to, I want to sell it. And I'm like, okay, just bring it in. He goes, well, it's big, and I'm like, well, how big is it? He's like, oh, it's big. He's going like this. He goes, it's big, and I'm like, wait a minute, what poster is it? And he's like, oh, I don't know. It's just like it's a picture. It's Michael Jordan, man. It's Michael Jordan. He just said like, it's Michael Jordan. You want it? I know you. I see all this stuff in here. I see all this Michael Jordan stuff here. I know you want it. I go, sir, what poster is it? What is he doing on the poster? Is he dunking? Is he doing things? No, he just got his hands out. I'm like, go get it. I'm like, go get it. Just go get it. And he's like, okay, all right, I'll be back. And I'm like, please let this man come back. Please let. I was like, and after he leaves, I'm like, shit, I should have went with him. I'm like, he ain't coming back. Sure enough, 30 minutes later, carrying that bitch in, framed up and everything. And I'm like, what the fuck? I can't believe this shit came in. And again, I've always wanted this shit, right? So
Mhm.
how much you want for it? He goes, I don't know. How much you want to give me? I go, just tell me how much you want for it. He goes, man, just give me $40. I go, what? $40? I'm like, nah. He goes, oh, well, less. I'm like, no. I give him $100.
Okay then.
My man, he wanted $40. I give him 100. I'm like, here, you know. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna give you $40. And it was funny because when I said nah, he goes, well, would you give me? And he was gonna say something lower. I go, no. Here, just take this. Give him $100 for it because I was like, I've been wanting this thing forever. You know what I'm saying? But the man just like, give me $40. I'm like, no, I can't.
That's dope, man.
I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope right there, man. That is dope.
That thing right there, man, is gonna be with me forever. I mean, I've literally it was. I think the first time I remember seeing that post when I was a kid was when I was like maybe like I don't know, maybe 12, 13 if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And I think
Yeah.
so, over 20 years of been wanting that poster finally in my possession. So
That's, hey, good
Yeah.
things come close that way, man.
My cousin, he had that Wings poster back in the day, and that was the one poster I didn't have that I wanted back in the day. Because I got the free throw line, I got the high flying 360, death defying dunk, and the 94 box poster. I don't know if you know
yeah,
about. Yeah, I got that one from Nike Town, Atlanta.
nice. Yeah, I
Yeah.
got when we had the shop open first, and in both places actually, we had two posters, the big ones. We had the free throw line dunk, and we had the shot clock the posters, right? And I love those, but it's nothing like that poster.
Yeah, exactly.
You got a question for him, Hot?
No, go ahead, bro.
All right. So your crowd that comes into your store, is it like a mixed crowd or is it like 50% OG? What's the ratio of the crowd that comes in your store, your customers that come in your store?
It's a good amount of everyone, honestly. It really is. I mean, okay, so like it's definitely more like age 18 to like 26, 27.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's probably more of that, but
Mhm.
it's everything, honestly. Everybody comes in here. And then, you know, when it gets later and later at night, because we're right here in Fed Hill with all the bars, then we get a few drunk people right before we close.
Man,
Yeah.
let me get that you off the wall, man. Come on, man.
Yeah. But I tell people all the time, I love it. I love it. You know, I just love being here. Even
Yeah.
if it's like a drunk person coming in and wasting time, it's just funny. You know, it's a good time.
Facts.
Yeah, I've seen you doing on your Instagram. I know you used to do those scavenger hunts.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? That was one of the things that I noticed. And I was like, man, I wish I could be up there, man, where he's at, man.
Yeah.
Try to get on those scavenger hunts because you know he would give clues to shoes, and then if you won, you would get the shoe pretty much for free.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So I always thought that was dope. You know what I mean? Because you give them back, and you just keeping the people involved. I did want to tell you, man, if there's anything else you wanted to show, like, if you got any specials going on in your shop, or if you want to show them another section of the shop, feel free to, man. Because we want to showcase you, bro.
I appreciate it. So, I mean, I'll give a little rundown of how the shop is like pretty much set up. And again, sorry guys, I can't turn my stuff. I mean, turn around the show about. So when you first walk into our shop, this first section that's right here, you're gonna see like all these shoes right here are all in size order and they're all brand new shoes. Everything here is brand new on this wall right here, all in size order. From the smallest shoe we have over here is like a 3.5, and then the biggest shoe we have here is like a 15. Over here in this case right here, again, it's kind of like the more limited shoes, I guess you want to say, and again,
good stuff.
Size order, and they're
all
all
good stuff over there.
Was that?
I said that's the good stuff. You got the good stuff over there.
It's all it's funny. Like I get this all the time. People walk in and they're like, "Where's the heat at?" And I'll be like, "It's everywhere. It's all heat. All of it is heat. All of it is fucking fire. Just pick something,
Yeah,
like all of it's good, all of it's fire." But yeah, all this right here is like all the still brand new. And then over here in this section of the store is the stuff again that's gonna be either pre-owned, tried on, or VNDS. Now, and then down here on the bottom is kind of like our brand stuff, our t-shirts, our hoodies on the bottom and everything. And then what I like to explain this to people about our pre-owned shoes. And people fuck with us all the time because of course the name of the shop is 9 out of 10 condition. Our pre-owned shoes, more times than not, they're gonna look like they're brand new. Even if like somebody tells me they tried on a shoe, I don't sell that as brand new. So like there's times that I have a shoe in this section and literally it probably is brand new because someone maybe just tried it on. Of course, you go into a Foot Locker, you're gonna try something on. Of course, it ain't brand new anymore. But I would never sell that shoe as brand new. So like people, when I put something on the page for sale and I say VNDS as the description of it, people need to understand like those VNDS shoes are exactly what it is, very near dead stock. I mean, sometimes it is dead stock, but of course, I'm not an asshole and I'm not trying to get over on anybody. I'm gonna tell them exactly what it is. It's not
right.
Tried it on. But this section again is in all in order and either tried on pre-owned or VNDS.
I can tell you this, I can vouch for you. I didn't see not one dirty shoe in there when I was in there, and I looked at a few things and the stuff that you were saying that was pre-owned, it still looked real good, real good.
Like, and then of course with our customer base that comes in here to sell us shoes, sometimes they get upset because we have to turn them away because a shoe is just too dirty. You know what I mean? We don't buy that stuff. We only buy stuff that's like near brand new or brand new, and that's it. There's other shops that buy everything. You know what I mean? And I direct them to those shops. But for us, we don't buy that stuff. So I mean, it is what it is.
And see, I can vouch for that too because I got one of my Grails from your shop early part of this summer, which was my DB5s, And when he said it was like the guy wore it one time in the house, that's exactly what it was. And man, I'm in love with that shoe. That shoe is not going nowhere, man. And I appreciate you for, you know what I'm saying, hooking me up with that shoe, man, because I was looking all over for that shoe, and you had the shoe in my size, damn near dead stop.
Okay,
Might as well say dead stop.
Who told you to holler at Berto?
I would give the assist to the champ since he want to point that out. You know what I'm saying? he threw the alley oop, man. He threw the alley oop. Shout out to Hot Dog 18.
I remember when you hit me up, and you're like, "What's the condition? Send me some pictures and send me this." And I'm like, "All right, got you." And I told you, I'm like, "Listen, this shoe could basically almost pass as brand new, but here you go and everything." And you're like, "Cool, you bought it, you got it." And you told me, like, "Man, this shit looks like it's brand new."
Berto,
Exactly.
Yeah.
All you should have said was, "Man, what's the name of the shop?" That's all you had to do was say, "Man, what's the name of the shop?" Man? 9 out of 10 condition.
I'm glad you were happy with the shoe, man.
Oh yeah, man. I am satisfied with that shoe, man. But go ahead,
bro. He has been looking for that shoe for the longest.
Yes,
I have. For you to bless him with it, man. Yeah, that was dope.
And if you ever get a 11 and a half or 12 in those Just Don Blues, holler at me.
Okay. All right.
Just Don Blue twos.
Somebody told me they were gonna be bringing me some, but I think it's an 11. But if I get it, I got you. I'll let you know.
He'll buy it. Take the insole out.
Take the insole out. Hey, the things we do when we want to shoot, I'm telling you. I tell people all the time. But yeah, we got this section right here is like a little cabinet with for the hype stuff, like all the Supreme accessories that you could get in the shop and everything. So that's in this little section here. Then there's decks. We have decks in the building, for anybody who wants to put them for display or skate them,
Right.
It's funny, you can skate them. And then these cases right here, they're again like the shoes that you're like really hard to find too, like more exclusive type shoes. But again, they're either pre-owned, tried on, or VNDS. They're not gonna be in the section back here. They'll be on this section. Some stuff that we got in here that is really, really cool that not many shops will have. Is gonna be these player exclusive Georgetown shoes. So all these right here, most of them are brand new. There's like 2 of them that were worn, but I mean, these are shoes that, of course, the only people that got them were players.
Wow.
Georgetown.
That's good for next month.
Yeah. No. The only problem with these shoes is they're all size 14 or 15. That's the only problem with these shoes right now. Like, I mean, as you could tell, like, Georgetown.
Westbrook.
But the only people that are gonna be able to get them are the size 14 and 15 people. You know what I'm saying? So really cool. Really cool shoes to have in your collection if you're size 14 or 15. And again, the only people that are able to get them are players from Georgetown. So.
You have to get some point guards to come up in there with their small feet.
It's funny. Like people tell me all the time, like, "Oh, you need some of those Ravens players. You need some of these players come out here." I get a lot of Ravens players that comes in here.
Mm-hmm.
All of them got small feet. They got like 10 and a half, 11. There's maybe 1 or 2 got 12. I have yet to meet one of them that wear a size 14 or 15. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, I'm sure they are, but the ones that come here are like, they're all like size 10, 10 and a half, 11, 11 and a half. One thing we do have in here for everybody's pleasure to be able to do, and I just turned it on because it was off, of course, but we got this nice little game that you're able to play while you're here.
Oh, man, NBA Jam.
Boom, shakalaka.
Yes, sir. So that's one thing. When you come in, you're able to go ahead and,
Man, that was the game back then, bro. That was the game.
It was my shit. I mean, when I found out that arcade place was, bringing it out, I placed a pre-order on it back in last November, and it delivered in July, So
man,
yeah, I was happy when it came in though. We got those Keymasters in the shop too, so people could win stuff for the low. We've had 100 and I think 30 winners or something like that since we've had the machine.
Mhm.
But you know, and then back here in this section we have, and sorry for like some of the lights of the stores off right now, but this
Mhm.
section
Oh, no,
is
you
like
good.
all
We
the
can see
clothing.
everything.
This is the clothing section. It has like, you know, Supreme, Babe, all the, you know, hype brands, and then it also has a little vintage section for vintage clothing here too and everything. So we kind of keep it it's all in size order from left to right to make it easier for people. And then we also keep all the brand new clothes in plastic bags to let people know that, you know, it's brand new. And if not, you know, of course it's pre-owned. We got hats and everything too. One thing that we do offer, so we have two businesses. I have two businesses. One is 9 out of 10 condition, the sneaker boutique. Another
Mhm.
business I have is Beaters to Grails sneaker laundry.
Right.
We have two locations now, and it's kind of like the cheat code. We have one of our locations that's in Pigtown, where our old shop used to be, on the same block, and then our second location is actually inside 9 out of 10 conditions. So, like I said, when I say cheat code, is like we have a location inside here for people to drop off shoes to get them cleaned, and then we have the other location on Washington Boulevard for people to drop off shoes to get them cleaned.
Okay then.
Okay.
Now what's the prices on just like a general
So,
cleaning?
so we just redid our pricing. So you could get a shoe entirely cleaned, like not having to do the bottom and all that stuff, is on $15, and
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
make them look like brand new again as far as like the outers. I mean, the
Mhm.
uppers are concerned. Now, if you want us to do the inside and out, it's gonna be $25, and if you want the package deal of like everything, we just dropped that down to 40. I mean $55, and then we also ice the bottoms of the shoes.
Okay.
If people want to check out comparisons and stuff, the Instagram for the Beaters to Grails is Beaters the number 2 Grails. So you can check out that Instagram page and you can see all of the product, the finished product, as far as like before and after pictures of all the stuff that my guys are doing as far as cleanings and icing. And our number one thing that people ask for are icing. So it used to be, if it's lightly, it's $60, and if you need heavily, if it needs to be heavily done, it's $75. But now we're just doing a flat thing of $60 for per icing. And again, a lot of people definitely, you know, bring in stuff to get iced. As a matter of fact, I think there's something. Again, you guys could check out the Instagram to see the before and afters. But
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
like this girl brought in these
Okay.
Concords, and um, these were like yellowed. I mean, like really, really yellowed. And now, I mean, come on,
It looks good.
they're clear again. So
Yeah.
there's one thing that again people really, really like love that we do for them.
Now let me say this right quick. As far as the de-icing, what
Mhm.
is your process of de-icing? Because a lot of people do different things. A lot of people use the sun. Most people use the UV light.
We
And
use the
go ahead.
we use the UV light just for the fact that we can't control the sun. But yeah,
Right.
I'll show you. I'll show you guys what we do actually. So this is so
No,
this is
you going way in the back.
yeah, back, and what we do is, where's the button at? Is it on this side? Sorry.
Right. hmm So how long from start to finish when you use the UV light does it take for it to kind of like clear up?
Again, it depends on like how bad it is, but you
Right.
um it's a few days. And
Okay.
that's the worst part of it, is the waiting, because when we have a lot of people trying to get their shoes iced, it's a longer process from us just cleaning their shoes. We clean
hmm
shoes, you could pretty much get it back probably the next day or 2 days later, but because of the icing, it takes so long to get it corrected. It takes a few days, and we have so much to do. So again, you're probably looking at maybe right now, I hate to say it, but you won't get back your icing shoes for another like week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, because we have so much stuff to ice right now.
Right. Right.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
but usually the about 3 days if we don't have anything in there. You know what I mean? Just right.
Yeah, okay. Caddy said he might need to send you his South Beaches. He said
Yo,
they're yellow.
we just did a pair of South Beaches, and so this customer brought in his pair of South Beaches, and they were separated.
Mm-hmm.
And we told them, well, we can ice them, but they're separated. You still want to ice them? And what he said was that he was gonna ice them and just put them on, display. So I'm like,
Okay.
cool.
Okay.
But we definitely iced it, and it came out really good. I need to ask the guys to make sure they did pictures and stuff so we could post those. But yeah, we'll do anything. We'll do anything.
Do you do reglues?
So we were doing reglues. We're doing reglues too. Depending on soul separation,
Mm-hmm.
we are not doing the soul separation, but reglues we can do the glues if it's not too bad.
I guess.
Okay.
As far as soul separation, my guys are just not there yet.
I got you.
We do have another guy that does customs as well. So he does the reglues and he does the customs. But as far as like soul separation, getting a little bit better and better on it. So as of right now, no.
Okay.
Cool.
Do you you got a question right quick?
No, that's pretty much what I just wanted to ask him to do, just show the shop, let the people see how the shop is, and most of the time when you do your selling, you pretty much do Instagram posts, right? Versus just throwing stuff on the website.
So this is the thing. During COVID, we didn't have a website before COVID, and the reason why, when I first opened up the shop back, in 2016, in Towson, we had a website, but man, my website got hit so hard, with fraudulent shit, and I just was taking so much of an L. I just turned it up. I turned it off. I took it down. And then during COVID, shit, I needed a website. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't open. It was definitely hurting. So I really quick came into the shop, created a website, posted every single item that was in the store. I mean every single item. Took a picture of it, posted it on the website, and then had the website go live. Now during COVID, we were getting sales. We were getting sales and getting shipped. I mean, we were shipping out daily, like stacks and stacks of shit. And I appreciate all the love for everybody showing during COVID on our website, because if it wasn't for that, I swear, man, people don't understand how small businesses got affected by COVID, weren't able to open. And I'll tell you, man, like if I wasn't prepared for it to an extent that I was, I don't even know if the shop would be open right now at all.
Right.
Because I was prepared because it's just what it is. As me running my business, I was prepared to be. I was okay with being closed for a while, but how long I could have lasted if this shit kept on going. But again, like I created the website, put everything on there, got sales. When we were finally able to open, I was still putting stuff on the website little by little, but that's only because we were doing curbside pickup only. So people weren't coming into the store yet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Only problem with the kind of business that I have, that anybody has with a boutique, and if you're open for business, it gets busy. You know what I mean? It gets really busy at times. And there's times that things sell super, super fast and we can't react to it or don't have enough time to react that we could take it off the website.
Right.
And what happens, and it's happened before, what happens if a person buys this Air Jordan, Concord, and all of a sudden somebody else buys it on the website and then they're upset because I got to cancel their order and, and I have to give them a discount code for their next purchase, try to make it right.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry a million times, but they're not trying to hear sorry. They're trying to get their, their merchandise. Like you were saying before with your, with the dick situation.
Right.
You want your shit, you paid for it, you want it. You don't want to hear no excuses. You want, as far as my customer base, I want to make sure that happens. So what I do now is if you look at our website, if you look at our Instagram page, we put in the caption, DM us to add any item to the website. So now we post everything like we always did on the Instagram page. There's anything in the store that's not on the Instagram page. We post everything. So if you see something on the Instagram page that you want, all you gotta do is DM us or call us, and we can add it to the website then. And then that way, I know that it's gonna be there for you. You know what I mean? And especially if you tell me, like, you DM me, hey, I want to buy this, I have a chance to grab it, put it to the side because I know you're about to buy it. You know what I mean? And everybody's happy. Everybody gets what they want. So now, like I said, that's what we're doing now. So we'll add anything to the website for you to buy if you're out of state. The only thing is, it's not on the website as of why you're looking at it at the time. Our Instagram is there for you to know what's in the store. You know what I mean? So once you see something that we post that you want, all you got to do is DM us. We answer all our DMs. Now, people, there's shops that don't answer their DMs. You know what I mean? There's shops that don't have phones. We do. We have a phone here. We answer our DMs. Customer service is entirely my number one priority. You know what I mean? And for people to thank me for that, I love, for the fact that people like, oh my, it's crazy because I'll answer a DM and be it, yes, I have what you're looking for, or no, I don't have what you're looking for. I get a smile on my face when the reply is, oh my God, but thank you for replying to me. You're like the only one that does it. No shops ever reply. Thank you for replying so quickly. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And I love that, because I want to make sure my customer base knows that we're here for them. Now, mind you, it does get busy at times and not looking at the DMs. And that's what the phone in the shop is for. You call, and if it's busy, we'll let you know. If it's not, we'll answer your question. But again, like, I think people lose track of, like, knowing that your shop, your store, your restaurant, your whatever, your business would not be around without your customers. You got to make sure they're happy.
Oh yeah, I guess that motto is right. Customers always right, huh?
Yeah. I mean, no, but yeah.
Not all the time.
No.
But you got to make sure you make them happy.
Right.
That they're happy.
Yeah, take care of your customers. Take care of your customers.
Yeah.
So you have a thing that you do with Kicks Dream United. You want to speak on that?
Yeah. So Kicks Dream United is an amazing nonprofit that I work with. I met the founder of it. His name's Tony. I met the founder back when I opened up the shop in Towson. So we've been friends, we've been acquaintances, we're brothers now for the last almost 5 years. I just love what he does. You know what I mean? The passion that he has to help people. I'm just in awe with it. You know what I mean? From the first time I spoke with this guy, I was like, wow, I can't believe this guy is out here doing what he's doing. You know what I mean? You always see like stuff online, or you hear stories about people that go out of their way to make sure that they're helping the people that need help out there that they're not able to get that help.
Right.
And he was in my presence. You know what I mean? When I first met him, I'm like, man, he's right here. One of these people that are out here doing so many good deeds for the homeless, for kids, for people in other countries. He's right here in front of me. I'm talking to this guy. And ever since the day I met him, I've been donating to him ever since. And I'm talking about donating my personal stuff, donating stuff in the shop, donating from what customers come in and drop off. I remember when I first met him, the shop was, like I said, it was doing well, but people weren't bringing in stuff, donating like that. You know what I mean? There were times that something was on the shelf for like too long. I'm like, fuck it, I'll just grab it and I donate it to him. I'm like, it hasn't said it's not gonna sell. Let me just go ahead and give it to him. You know what I mean? Because I know it's going to a good cause. I know he's gonna find something with it. I want to say every time this guy comes to my shop, almost every time he comes to my shop, he comes in barefoot. And the reason why is because he just gave the shoes off his feet to some homeless person that he was driving by and see that he needed it.
Wow.
I mean, and I'm not exaggerating. I want to say
Oh, I
maybe
can believe it.
seven out of every 10 times I see this man, he's barefooted because he just literally just gave the shoes off his feet to somebody in need.
Wow.
Anybody says, I'll do anything and everything to support this man. He has
Yeah,
that big of a heart.
I know when we was up there and we met him for the first time, man, that just talking to him, I can see the genuine and the generosity in him. And he's just one of those dope dudes, man, that you just want to, get behind and help. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
shout out to him, man. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
Shout out
Give
to you.
him a follow. Kickstream United.
United. We just did a thing actually for everybody that donated this last week. Get raffle tickets. Every pair you donated, you got a raffle ticket. And then today, I wasn't in the shop this weekend. I was handling some personal business. But today, him and my guy Ryan, my employee Ryan, they went live and they picked 5 winners from the raffle tickets, and each of those 5 winners is gonna receive $50 store credit for the store. So he did that today with Ryan. 5 people came in. I think one person already came in. If I seen that on our story earlier, somebody already came in and bought something, got $50 off and everything. So again, I mean, and this is like just the kindness of his heart. You know what I'm saying? Like making sure people know about the cause and people are helping out and everything. So like this next month, I believe he has an event that he's trying to donate over 200 pairs of shoes. You know what I mean? And there hasn't been an event that I know of that he hasn't reached his goals. We make
Right.
sure we make sure that he reaches his goals. You know what I mean? We have a lot of people in this city that helps out. So definitely.
That's dope, though.
Yep.
That's dope. Um, I want to ask you, what is the sneaker that got you started into sneakers? Let's
Hey,
go that route.
the Dion's.
This one right here, I'm wearing it.
Oh man.
I wonder if that's what you were gonna ask me. And but I'm gonna wear this one today. This is the that got me started in the shoe game.
Is that your holy grail? Because we did have a question in the chat earlier of what is your holy grail of grails?
So my holy grail, holy moly donut shop.
Yeah.
I
Hold the flies.
wanna like the shoe that I've always wanted and I probably would never get, that I ended up getting someone to make me a custom, was the Air Max 90 Warhawks.
Mm.
So that shoe right there, I told you guys, I'm about to be 40 years old, and the time in my life when sneakers were really heavy with me were like in the 90s. You know what I mean? So like the Air Max 97 and 98, those are like some Air Max ones. Those are like some of my all time favorite shoes. But my all time favorite Air Max is probably gonna be a 90. And the Warhawks, when that shoe came out, I wasn't able to get it. You know what I mean? And I always wanted it, and it just grew from there. You know what I'm saying? So like I always wanted to get it, and I always searched for it, but the price just got ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now I mean it's even more ridiculous. So my homeboy George that does the customs for the shop, he actually made a pair for me, and it looks amazing. I mean, he did a really great job on it. So maybe one day I will get the Warhawk. Maybe I won't, but I know I got a custom that looks damn near better than it somewhat. But yeah, I would say my all-time Grail is probably going to be the Air Max 90 Warhawk. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, but
So
the shoe that
go ahead.
The Dion's definitely the shoe that got me into this, like my love for sneakers, definitely.
Well, did you actually get it back in '94?
Oh yeah, so story is, back in '94, I was in 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? And when I seen the pictures of these shoes in the magazine, I'm like, I just needed it. I wanted to have it. So I was living in Chicago at the time, 8th grade. I was living over on North Avenue in Pulaski. I walked to the sneaker shop that was over there. It was called Urson's. And bam, lo and behold, the sneaker was there. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm in 8th grade. I ain't got no fucking money. You know what I mean? they made sure we had everything that we needed. Okay, everything that we needed. Both of my parents worked multiple jobs, but the rule was you get one sneaker a year. You know, and mind you, it's for school, so it's either before school, that we got it right before school started, or like as a birthday present. You know what I mean? We got it before school, but like I said, I mean, I love my parents to death. They taught me everything I know and love about being an adult and being there for your children. But times were rough back then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my mom and my dad would be like, all right, the sneaker is your sneaker for school, but this is your birthday present too, or whatever, you know what I mean? So anyway, one sneaker a year, you can't get another one. Mind you, when the shoe dropped, I already had the sneaker I had for the year. I begged my mom and dad for it, and they said, no, 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 no. But finally, the baby blue eyes, got it to my mom. She finally, caved in, and she's like, all right, let's go. So we walked to the store. We get there and she bought it for me. After that, man, I kept them joints so clean. I wore them every day. I remember that next day of school, I was on top of the motherfucking world wearing those sneakers. I mean, I was like, man, all these girls are looking at me. I was so confident. Them sneakers made me so fucking confident. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So this sneaker right here is like everything to me, and I thank my parents again for everything they did, like for buying me this sneaker. I tell my mom all the time, like, you started it. You started my obsession with sneakers. It's like, how many sneakers you got now? Oh, I see you bought another sneaker I see it on Instagram. You bought another sneaker. You bought another sneaker. And I'm like, you started it. You started my obsession with it.
For real.
Yeah, that's how I was. Christmas time, I would get mine at Christmas. I would get my one shoe, or most of the time I was out doing like little odd jobs trying to save up some bread to get that Jordan, throw it on layaway, and then come back and get it later on.
I would have gave anything to like being able to have a job when I was in 8th grade or for but my mom was not having it. She was not letting her little son in Chicago go somewhere and get a job, and where we were living is just it's just crazy. You gotta be home, go to school and go home, go home. You know what I mean? So like, it was rough out there, But I would have gave anything to have a job, definitely. So I'll pay for my shit, but it is what it is,
Yeah.
So what is your just say your top 5 sneakers? Top 5 sneakers in your collection.
Wow, that's tough. That's tough. Okay. Top 5. Shit, man, that's tough. I have more than that. So,
you ain't saying you're gonna have a damn quiz.
I know, right? But no, I would probably say my What the Dunks. Probably be on there. My band ones.
The 2011.
Yeah, with the X in the back. Yeah.
Nice.
My Atmos Air Max 1. Love that shoe. It's like
that's not the one you have, the one with the pack, right?
No. So the one that just in 2018, like Atmos Air Max 1s, pony hair, whatever you want to call them. The animal print one. That's all-time favorite shoes, and I know it just released, in 2000, but it's fucking amazing. Of course, I couldn't get like the other ones, but and I get so much shit about that because, in my opinion, that was the shoe of the year when it released. Not the Sean. I love the Sean Witherspoon. Don't get me wrong, but I feel the Atmos Air Max 1 was the shoe of the year for that year. You could roast me in the comment section if you want, but I get so much shit from my guys and my friends and everything. I feel like that was the shoe of the year, not the Sean Witherspoon. Just my opinion.
So let me ask you this real quick: which Witherspoon you like better, the Asics or the Nike?
Definitely the Nike.
Oh, you went with the Nike, huh?
Yeah, definitely. I love Asics. Don't get me wrong, but the Nike's definitely better than the ASIC. The ASIC is cool, don't get me wrong, but I'll definitely fuck with the Nike for over the ASIC. Just the all around look and feel of that shoe. Yeah.
Mm.
That's three. My Kanye Bapestas, college dropout, those, and damn, I don't know. Just there's so many.
And I like the fact that you kind of like, you know,
Right.
you got a broad range of it. You know what I'm saying?
And my demons, definitely. Yeah.
And see, I like the fact that you got a broad array of sneakers. It's not just like, you know, centrally based on one brand.
Most definitely. Like I feel like, I mean, I don't knock anybody as far as like what they consider their collection to be.
Right.
That's one thing about me. Like I would say I have every brand in my sneakers collection. Every brand is in my sneakers.
Right.
I mean, shit. I got Brooks. I got Asics. I got Nikes. I got Jordans. I got fucking Yeezy. I got Sauconys. I mean, every brand is pretty much in my collection. So I mean,
Right.
I love sneakers. I mean, I just
That's the thing, man. That's the thing. That's you need to make a shirt like that. I just love sneakers. That's it.
plain and simple.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are you in the sneaker culture? I just love sneakers.
I just love sneakers. Exactly. Do you have a? I remember when we was up there, I picked up it was like that Scrooge McDuck shirt.
Yeah.
Him diving into like the pool of sneakers. Do you have like a newer version?
So the newest shirt we brought out here, I'll grab it actually.
Oh, okay. I might have to get me one of those, man.
I think they got them on the website.
Oh, do we?
So,
I think so.
I'm gonna have to grab me one.
Is the newest shirt that we brought out, and
That baby kids.
yeah.
Okay then.
So the premise behind this shirt right here is basically, of course, Bebe's Kids, and it's a collaboration with Banksy. Banksy, hopefully you guys know who Banksy is. You know the artist Banksy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's one of my favorite artists, and basically one of his things is a little girl like holding a balloon. I mean,
Right. A bunch of balloons.
I actually have I have it tatted. I have it tatted on my leg. So basically this part of this piece by Banksy, I made it into this piece with the sneakers instead of the balloons.
Right.
And of course, you know, with Bebe's Kids. And then there's another piece of Banksy with the one other little kid, another little girl that's holding the balloon that's shaped as a heart.
Mm-hmm.
With the baby holding with the Air Max floating away. So like I basically, you know, did Baby's Kids time Banksy, but sneakers with sneakers.
Right.
And of course there's some Grails on there, you know, some Chicago Off-Whites, some Pure Plat Yeezys, Human Race, Uncle. Oh, this is another thing too. Like Uncles, I've been searching for Uncles for a while now, and the price is getting ridiculous.
Yeah, they are, bro. They going.
Yeah, this is one shoe that it's definitely a Grail too. Probably not as much as, you know, the Warhawks, but this is a Grail for me too. Pigeons, you know, turtle doves, Air Mags, you know, so like she's wearing Dior's, Dior one. You know, so again, this is the newest shirt we have. I have plans to release a new shirt soon. I can't say on it, but it's gonna be really cool as well. So all the shirts that I brought out for the shop have mostly to do with like cartoon stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Basically from when I was a kid. I mean, our first T-shirt was a Bart Simpson shirt with him, you know, with the chalkboard writing. What I had on the shirt was I won't slingshot. No, what did it say? I won't slingshot anybody that calls me a hype beast, and that kept on, you know, on chalkboard and everything. He was wearing like Supreme clothes with some Retro 3 True Blues, you know. That was like the first shirt we ever put out for the shop. Another one was with like Goofy and Pinocchio, and that one it was saying like he had Pinocchio with the big nose, and he's sitting down in front of the old shop, saying, I swear this is the last time I'm camping out for shoes. He's fine. Oh, and, you know what I mean?
Right.
And we had the one you're talking about with Scrooge McDuck, swimming inside, from DuckTales, but
Mhm.
he's swimming into a pile of shoes instead of the money. Well, there's money there too, but the shoes.
Shoes on top, right?
Yeah.
And then I think we did one with A Love Is, and not a lot of people know what it is because so in Chicago, the newspaper, the Chicago Sun-Times, in the comic section,
Mm-hmm.
this comic that was there every day, and it was called Love Is those, I don't know if sure you guys familiar with it, but it's these like babies, but every day is like a little quote of why they love each other. You know? So sister that passed away, God bless her, that was her favorite comic in there. She collected them actually.
Right.
She would cut them out, and she had a big like a photo album of collecting all of the Love Is poem things. So one of my T-shirts I did was for her. I did the Love Is, and it's basically them going on a photo shoot with them taking pictures of their photos together. The boy and the girl couple. You know what I mean? So yeah, but all our shirts have been like comic. Like cartoonish.
Right.
With shoes implemented into it.
Okay. You got a question right quick, Hop?
No, man, I think he pretty much covered everything I wanted to ask from him.
Okay. Well, I'm putting your IG stuff down in the chat right quick.
I appreciate you.
And
yeah, if anybody's interested in getting, like I said, the best thing is to like look at our Instagram page, and if you see something, just DM us, and we could add it to the website to get it shipped for you. So yeah, that's pretty much the easiest way. And we post daily. We post daily on the page. So
yeah, definitely set your notifications, man, because I see you posted some good deals. Some good deals.
Yeah, like I said, yeah, like when you asked about earlier, like what is like the one thing that's crazy things coming to shop. I mean, there's things that come into the shop I never think they'll come into the shop, honestly, and when it does, I'm like in awe. So when I post it, people are like go crazy for it. Something like I said, when we get a Dunkin' in here, like a silver Dunkin', no more than it's never lasted more than 15 minutes, never. So like
that's crazy.
There's certain shoes that people just want, you know what I mean? And when they see it, they come and get it. So
313. And I was gonna say 313 asked. She said, "Do you get a good amount of small sizes?"
So this is the thing. We have a small section of kid sizes, like from 3.5 to size 7. The problem of us getting kid sizes, and it's the same problem we have of getting size 13s and 14s. Those size ranges, the people that wear them, they keep them. Shop like mine that's buy, sell, and trade, and people that wear those specific sizes, they don't sell to us because they keep all their stuff because it's so hard to get their size.
Right.
Average person wears a size 9.5 to 11. Those sizes are always around. So of course they sell their shoes. They're gonna sell them and then get more. They're gonna sell them and get more. But those people that wear the kid sizes, the people that wear the size 13 and 14, it's so hard to find those sizes. So they never give them up.
Yeah.
That's just plain and simple what it is. They never give up those shoes. So they don't sell it to us. So it's hard for us to get those sizes. We get people come sell us. So it's so hard to get those kid sizes, and it's hard to get the size 13 and 14 stuff. Just for the fact that people don't want to give it up.
Right.
Yeah.
So sorry, 313. I wish I had eyes. I love you, but I wish I had everybody's sizes for real. But it is.
She says she wears a 6Y.
So we have some stuff in 6. You know what I'm saying? So like it's not a lot. I'm gonna show her because I know. Let me see. So right now, just for an example, what we have in a size 6, we have these foams here. We have these Air Max 1s. We have these LeBrons. We have these 6s. We have these Air Max 1s, and then that's it. Then it starts 6.5 and size 7 after that. So like size 6 again is not that much. And again, this section right here is like the brand new stuff. Let me get. Sorry. So like this is it's terrible to say, but this is our kids section. This little section that's right here,
Mm-hmm.
right there. That's everything we have from size 3.5 all the way to size 7 right here. But this stuff right here is all brand new. And then in the cases, we have some stuff inside those sizes that like Yeezys and like Off-Whites. We have Sean's in a size 5, Yeezys. We have Travis Scott's. These are 6.5, 7, 7, 7. Then starts the bigger sizes. Now up here in the top, this is the stuff that's going to be like the pre-owned section. But again, like everything you see on the top that's pre-owned or VNDS, the size 6 stuff that I will have, I believe starts, if I remember correctly, with the bread 11s, the Harris 11s, and then we just have these two right here that are size 6, the Air Max 98s and the Amp Pros, and after that 6.5 and 7 too. So like again, it's not a lot, unfortunately.
We got a question in the chat for seeing what you got.
What's that? What Jordan 1s in the shop? Size 11 to 12. The Jordan 1 size 11 to 12. Let's see. Where is it at? For Jordan 1s, look real quick. We have, let's see, we have these. These are size 11 for 1s. These. And we got these are, and then these, wait, what size you said? 11 or 11 and a half?
11 through 12.
These are a size 12. The Pines are a size 12. And then we have Biohacks in 11 and a half. We got Bread Toes in a size 12. Spider-Man's are size 14. Oh, we got blue. Oh, it's locked. Sorry, I don't got my key right now. But the Blue Moons, we have an 11 and a half. Those are 11 and a half. And then we got the Racer Blues and the Fearless in 11. And then we got some 10 and a halves right there. We also have some, I believe the Shattered Backboards are, no, never mind. 10 and a half, and top 3, those are 10 and a half, never mind. Yeah, so that's what we have for the 11 and a half, 12 shirt. Sorry. Like, right now we currently, I want to say we have close to, I want to say like 600 pairs of shoes in the shop right now, maybe more right now.
Right.
Okay.
But again, it's a wider range of different sizes, different shoes, and all that stuff. So
right.
When it comes to like Retro 1s, which is a popular shoe, of course, we're
Mhm.
a lot of it right now, unfortunately. You know what I mean? Because that's some of the stuff that sells very quickly, you know?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Gotcha, bro.
Let me put this in the chat right quick so they can. So that is Berto's IG, and his shop's IG is in the chat. So if y'all not following him, go ahead and give him a follow. Give his shop a follow. We appreciate you, bro, for coming through.
No, I appreciate y'all.
Spending 2 hours with us of your time, man. Appreciate you.
Most definitely. I had fun, man. I love doing this stuff, man. I will do it more often if I could, honestly. So.
Right. But go ahead and shout your stuff out anyway. I already put it in the chat, but go ahead and shout your stuff out too, man.
Yeah. So personal, Berto _ DSK _ is my personal page, and then the shop page is gonna be 9 out of 10 condition sneaker boutique. It's a 9_10 condition _ MD. That's the shop for 9 out of 10 condition. And then for the shop for our cleaning services is Beaters to Grails. Beaters, the number 2, and then Grails. That's the sneaker laundry that we have. And as of right now, you guys are the first to know, we are now going to start accepting cleaning from out of state too. So if you want to ship in your stuff to get it cleaned, we'll definitely start doing that too. Secure. I mean, the way you bring it in, the same way we'll secure when we send it back to you guys. So, yep. All you got to do is DM the page, and we'll answer any questions that you have as far as like pricing and where to ship your shoes if you need them clean. And the same thing with 9 out of 10. And if you see anything on the shop that you guys want to purchase, just DM us and we could add anything and everything to the website for you.
That's good. Facts.
And what about if they're looking for a shoe? Can they DM you also?
So yes,
say, hey.
They definitely DM me, because I mean I'm still able to reach out to a few people that I could see if they have it. But I'll say this, like, as far as ordering shoes for people, which we do, I stopped doing it for right now. You know what I mean? So just because of COVID, I don't want to come across when I tell you, oh, you know what? Usually it takes about maybe, 7 to 10 business days before we get it. Now with COVID, I mean, I don't know when I'm going to get the shit.
You ain't lying.
So I don't want to, like, hold on to people, like, saying, hey, I'm sorry your shoe's not here yet, and they think I'm scamming or whatever. But so I stopped ordering stuff, and that's not just for customers that DM us and stuff. It's for the customers that come in every day. I just don't order shoes anymore for people as of right now, until I'm able to. Because don't get me wrong, I still use these outlets to order, and for myself, my personal stuff, and I'm still seeing like lag in shipment. So until I see a lag of my personal stuff that's not there anymore, then I'll know that the lag won't be there no more. So I'll be able to go ahead and, order stuff for people and not have to worry about, oh my God, it's been a month and I still don't have your shit. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Yeah, because these shipping companies kind of getting crazy with, but I think it's just with a lot of people, probably getting sick, getting COVID, so it slows down because they don't have the.
No. Most
So
definitely.
I get it, but I just hope all this stuff kind of, comes to the end, and we go back to the norm.
You telling me? I wish this shit was over already.
Yeah. It's easier said than done, but
And I talk to. I mean, like I said, when I tell you, like, people could come in here and just chill, and we could talk and bullshit. Trust me, we've been doing it. We've been bullshitting, and we have our own little things about, like, people don't give a shit. If people would have been like wearing their mask earlier, maybe we wouldn't be doing this shit right now. If they took this shit seriously, we wouldn't be like here, because a lot of people ain't taking this shit seriously. And I tell people all the time, people are not gonna take it seriously until it affects them personally. Right. Until one of their family members gets COVID, or until they get COVID, or until they see it, in their own eyes. That's when they'll start taking it serious. And again, it'll be too late by then. You know what I mean? So again, until it affects somebody, people are just not going to take it serious. And that's the problem,
Right. Well, man, we really do appreciate you for coming through. Like I said, spending 2 hours of your time with us, man, and just talking to the people about your shop and your grind to get where you at right now. And
I appreciate y'all.
And we at Retro Talk Forum, man, wish you continued success. Hopefully you can get a second store, a second location. I know you was talking about it, when we was up there.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can get that, man.
Yeah, this COVID shit put on there. But God has a plan, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, for real.
Everything happens for a reason.
It does, man. It does. Well, like I said, we appreciate you for coming through, spending 2 hours with us, man. We have to do this again, man. We got to do this again.
No doubt.
I'm down.
Okay, then.
Next time I'll be at the house and go through some shit.
Hey, bet that, man. Bet that up.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and chop my stuff out right quick. I am your boy, Black Ass African, also known as BAA. Black. And I'm gonna pass it off to my partner in crime over there.
It's your boy Hop Dog 18. Find me on IG. Just hanging out, man. Appreciate Berto, man. Appreciate you coming through, man, and showcasing the shop, man. And definitely check him out. Give him a follow, man, because he'll go live and throw some deals out there, man. And just check him out, man. Dope shop. Got something for everybody in there, man. So appreciate you coming on, Berto, man. Once again.
Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. And again, I'm for doing it again, man. Thank you. And thank you for everybody that was watching and answering questions and stuff too, man. Appreciate y'all even like staying on in here for hours and just talking to us or commenting with us.
Thank y'all, for real. Thank y'all.
All right, appreciate y'all.
Well, y'all be safe. Appreciate the chat for coming through, rocking with us for a couple of hours. Y'all be safe in these tough times. God got a plan, and we're gonna go through it with His help. You can't get through it all life without God. So hey, it is what it is. Make sure y'all wear your mask, wash your hands, wash your ass. This is Retro Talk Forum, and we'll see y'all next week, man, with another dope show.
All right, yeah.
So with that being said, we out of here. Peace.
Guys, have a good night.
All right, bro.
Oh boy. Damn, he left.
Say what?
I said, damn, he left.
Yeah. He rolled out.
Yeah. He did a Cali on that one.
I think he was ready to get out that shop. It's 10 o'clock where he at.
Yeah, I know. I'm tired. I've been up since about 4 o'clock this morning, man.
Yeah, I went to bed late last night, man. I woke up kind of early myself, so I think I'm gonna fix me something to eat and get into bed.
I ate before I actually got on because like I said, we did some wings and some rotel.
Okay.
And I drunk a bit, and I gotta go to I got jury selection duty or something like that tomorrow. I gotta go to. So, and then I don't even know if they want us to actually come to work because you know what I'm saying, how this storm's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like torrential downpours and all that. So I have to play it by ear tomorrow.
Yeah. They changed. They downgraded it to hitting as a category 1.
Oh, it's not gonna hit as a 2 no more.
That's what they said.
Well, damn, they keep changing their mind. Is it gonna come straight for us, or is it still going to New Orleans?
Oh no, it ain't coming for us. Oh, shoot.
She said we still alive. I didn't know we were still alive.
Yeah, it's saying